Hey everyone, Trina here, back with another mixed media art tutorial. Today I'm making stamps with my DIY foam stamps. I'm using the Liquitex Mars Black, and I'm just brayering that on and stamping over. I thought it might be kind of fun to make more graphic papers than what we made in last video that I made about the paper. I think these, when printed, are going to be kind of fun, especially if I rip them up and tear them up and make them into different little pieces. I think they're going to be real graphic and real fun. So I just kind of wanted to have a play with that. So this is just a pretty quick video of me doing this. This video is sped up, so I'm not actually doing this fast. Didn't think you guys wanted to watch a 25-minute video of me stamping. So those were the straight stamps. So then I came in with these circle stamps that I made. I made these stamps with the craft foam that has adhesive on the back. And I basically just cut out the circles and then used a tool to go in and take away some lines to make marks. These were from the first time that I did the stamps, so I don't think I have a video. I might have a video on that. I'll check and make sure. But they're super easy to make. And then you just take the back off and apply them over onto some foam cord or mat board. They are a little messy, I'm not going to lie. I like what's going on here with the sort of ghost prints that I had going on. That was kind of a fun way to create layers without, using different colors. But I like this big circle. I think I have another bigger circle, but I couldn't actually find it. So, yeah. So here I am just using this fun little stamp here. This is one of the new ones that I made to just lay down some marks. And this is just another way of creating interest in your work and making collage. And it's really actually it was really fun activity. I actually really enjoyed myself just sort of making a mess. So then I was cleaning up my brayer on a piece of paper, getting ready to switch to a color, and I really liked those marks, so I decided to go in with the skinny brayer and just sort of see what kind of marks we can make with the skinny brayer. I will leave a link in the description for the skinny brayer. It's super fun, guys. It makes some really cool marks. And so I'm just going back in again with some black, and we're kind of just laying down some chunkier black marks. And then you can see a little better in this one, like how I'm using the brayer, using the side of the brayer to kind of make marks. I think on this one, you get to see it a lot better. So this one, I just kind of wanted some landscapes and crisscrossy lines, just kind of making shapes and lines and brayer marks. Super fun. You guys definitely should try it out. I think these are going to be really fun in collage in different patterns and adding layers to the collage. The next thing I want to do is, in my next series of these, because I had so much fun making them, I think I'm just going to do I have a giant Japanese brush, calligraphy brush, and I think that would be really fun to use to make with the Sumi ink to make some collage papers as well. Here I'm just cleaning off my palette knife, and I tried making marks with these toothpicks that I put together, but it wasn't really working. It works really well on the jelly plate, and I'll probably show you that at some point. But just trying out different things to make marks. Here I am going in with more black, and I'm going to add some color at some point. I found some bronze and some metallic colors, so I really wanted to play around with those because those are colors that I like to use in my work, and I don't really use a lot of shiny things. But I thought maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I'll use these. I think they came out pretty cool. But we'll see. There might be a need for it at some point. I'm just sort of trying different types of mark making. You can see here I'm going back in with that skinny brayer because it's amazing. This is a metallic gray, I think they call it. And these are from Liquitex. They came in a set that I got on sale at Michael's. So that's, or I probably just bought the gold. But this is kind of a cool color. It's not black, so it'll be nice to add that layer of difference into the pieces if I use these papers, which I probably will. I have a feeling I'm going to be using a lot of these papers. It's just so versatile, the technique and the way that they sink into the paper is just amazing. Here I am with some yellow ochre from the Golden Open series. This is a color that you've definitely seen me use before. Trying something different, going in with a a stencil and rubbing it on the back. Here I'm going to plop this down and it just makes a really goopy mark. But now I'm going in with some green from the same set of open colors. And just adding in colors that I would normally use. And, I'm not usually a bright color girl. I'm usually a muted tones, but I thought maybe adding some of these textures into it might be a really fun way to bring in other colors. I mean, I do like green and I do like the yellow ochre. So here are all the papers that we did today. Just like I said, just a quick tutorial. Let me know if you're going to try this in the comments. I should have a full video using these papers coming up tomorrow. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.